event today is a fundraiser for Vietnam Veterans of America. We do this every year. The mayor here in Balch Springs helps the city host this. Archie Coleman. Archie Coleman is our event coordinator. My name is Chuck Perry. I'm with Wounded Heroes of Texas.
Carrie Gordon, Mayor City of Balch Springs, in fact the great city of Balch Springs, and we welcome you here today. This is the second annual Veterans Ball, and in particular the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 137. Mr. Archie Coleman, this is the not first but second annual event, and he's done a sensational job in getting everything together. It's beautiful out here. People thought the sun was not going to come out, but in Balch Springs the sun always shines because we are a city and community, and we spell that COMMUNITY. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Balch Springs, and make it a great day.
This is a great event. If you can ever make one of these, greet the veterans. Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 137 is out here. Live music, barbecue. We've had a great time. There are always needs for homeless veterans, for disabled veterans. The funds we raise here help those that are having problems with readjustment, reintegration into civilian life. The younger vets are having a harder time than some of us older ones. And that's what all these funds go for, is to help these veterans. The medical needs, their housing needs, whatever it takes, that's what we try to help them.
There was thought that it was going to rain today, but as you can see, the sun is shining brightly in the city of Balch Springs. And it's celebrated not only internally within Balch Springs, but all our sister surrounding cities. So it's going to be a great turnout today. As the bands begin to set up, the music flows out, the barbecue smoke that you may see in the screen floating around, it's going to draw the people in.
We're always here to support not just our Vietnam veterans, but our veterans from all conflicts, all branches of service, all over the U.S. And our appreciation for their sacrifices, especially those that have fallen, and the families that have sacrificed as well, is undying. We will never quit. We will never stop.
Well, I got Veterans Day barbecue, tailor-made. Brisket, links, chicken, and country-style ribs.
Country-style ribs.
Homemade barbecue sauce. Finger licking good. You don't need no teeth to eat out meat.
Big patch you see on the back of my vest here, I purchased it in 1965 in Da Nang, Vietnam, and it was made to show the people that were protesting against us that we feel we served our time in hell to protect them, so we got a sure place in heaven. I come home, I was proud of what I did. Some of our veterans come home from Vietnam, felt ashamed, or they were harassed so bad, they just wouldn't let anybody know about it, that they were veterans at all. So we were treated like we were trash when we come home. They told us to leave the country, they called us baby killers and all kinds of things like that. And we were just doing our job the government told us to do.
I'm a prospect research analyst for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, located in Washington, D.C. We're here pretty much to help promote what you guys are doing. We know this is y'all's second annual festival for veterans. VVMF is, our process has always been to help any and all organizations in any parts of the country. One of the things I want to help accomplish is, first off, people to know that there's a national organization that helps with the local chapters of VFWs or whatever the other veteran organizations are, as well as making people aware that there are more opportunities for their loved ones through our programs to benefit. For example, the Call for Photos we're doing, as well as an in-memory program helping those veterans who have passed on post-war, but due to Vietnam injuries such as Agent Orange, things of that nature, that there are ways for them to be remembered, and we do a large part of that in Washington, D.C. for them. We're in the process of a $100 million campaign for an education center that'll be next to the Lincoln Memorial, just across from the Vietnam Wall. That education center is going to help not only current veterans and current generations, but future generations, all those who come to visit Washington, D.C., learn about the veterans of the past, the present, and the future, so that we can help improve, whatever we need to do, whether it's, any of the issues that might be going on. But education, I think, is probably the best way to deal with any veterans' issues. One of the things we're helping promoting actually is the Princess Cruise Line cruise we're having coming out of Houston. It is a 5-day cruise down to Mexico. It is helping benefit not only our organization but also Hometown Heroes. It leaves November 5th out of Houston, like I said. What we're doing is up to $100 million for Princess Cruise Line, and Mr. Buckaloo, the CEO of Princess Cruise Line, is going to match that. So every dollar you spend on a cruise for your tickets and whatnot, half of that goes to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. It's a great way to not only get out and enjoy yourself, but do it at a good cause, knowing that what you're spending on is helping other people, other veterans.
I'm a Balch Springs firefighter. We're out here today just supporting our veterans and, you know, show our appreciation for what they've done. Was for them, we wouldn't have the opportunities and privileges that we do as Americans. And it's also a good time for the kids and their parents to come, get familiar with what we stand for and what we represent. We got these shirts in about 4 or 5 days ago. Shows we stand behind the breast cancer, and you know that we're all for it. And I love pink, so I love the shirt.
And the reason we're here today is to help raise money for mostly needy Vietnam veterans and their families. But the main priority would be to raise money for needy Vietnam veterans and their families. We started this last year. Mr. Orrin Brakefield, who is a member of our board in Chapter 137 of Vietnam Veterans, came out and did all the legwork. He's the one that should get the credit for putting this on. It's raising money to help needy veterans, and that's our whole purpose. This being the 2nd annual Vietnam Veterans fundraising drive in Balch Springs. It's growing each year. We have the people in Washington, a representative here that they're trying to build the wall underneath ground, and at this time they're putting pictures with every name. So when you go to Washington, you must visit this. You can see the name, not only the name and the date of death, but you can also see a picture. It's more personalized that way, and that should be open in a couple of 2 or 3 years. They've already done the groundwork. VVA, Vietnam Veterans Association, our whole purpose is to inform vets. We operate to raise money mostly at gun shows where we sell raffle tickets for a weapon, and that's where we raise most of our money. But other than that, we inform veterans, Vietnam veterans, what they're eligible for. A lot of them don't know that they can get care at the VA. A lot of them don't know that they've got diabetes from Agent Orange. So we inform them. We have these grown men sometimes literally cry at our table and thank us because they didn't know. And at the end, in conclusion, I would just like to thank everybody that's out here and tell you how much we've enjoyed doing this. We're going to continue it, and it will continue to grow, and it'll be even better next year. Thank you.